The scariest stories are the ones that are true.
On November 15, 1966, two couples, Roger and Linda Scarberry, and Steve and Mary Millette, were driving past a TNT plant when they saw a humanoid figure with glowing red eyes. Linda described what they saw on the side of the road as a bird-like humanoid creature with a large wingspan and fiery red eyes. She said it was about 7 feet tall, its wings folded against its back. You could see muscles in its legs, she recalled. The creature followed them as they drove back towards Point Pleasant on Route 62, then it veered off into the fields and disappeared. The group went straight to the Mason County Police Department to share the terrifying account, which soon made its way into local papers. "I wish we had never seen it. I wish someone else had seen it," Linda Scarberry said later. The first of a series of strange sightings actually took place about 85 miles away from Point Pleasant and Clendenin, West Virginia. 5 gravediggers heard a rustling in the trees overhead and looked up to find what they claimed was a flying man directly above them. Over the next few days, more reports started trickling in. 2 volunteer firemen described a large bird with red eyes. At least 100 reports from people of all ages circulated throughout Point Pleasant between November of 1966 and December of 1967, describing a monster that was able to ascend straight up into the air like a helicopter. All of the witnesses described the same bird man with glowing, hypnotic red eyes and the wings of a bat. Mary Hyre, a reporter at the time of the Mothman sightings, received over 500 phone calls, not only about this mysterious creature, but also strange lights in the sky, electrical interference, mysterious humming sounds, and UFO sightings. Then, on December 15, 1967, a year after the Mothman sightings began, tragedy struck. During rush hour traffic, the Silver Bridge collapsed, 46 people died, and the Mothman disappeared. On September 10, 1978, a group of miners in Freiburg, Germany came face to face with a seemingly headless creature with glowing red eyes on its chest blocking the mine's entrance. At first they thought it was a man in a trench coat, but they quickly realized it was not coat, but unfurled large black wings. The men remained in the mine entrance, stunned and staring at the creature, until it let out a blood-curdling screech that sent the miners scrambling out. About an hour later, the men felt a seismic rumble and witnessed a plume of dust shoot from the mine as it collapsed. If the men had gone to their stations in the mine as usual, the majority of them would have died. It appeared as though what they dubbed the Freiburg Shrieker saved their lives. Marcus Buell, an American visiting Japan, was out with a friend near the Fukushima plant when suddenly they heard a loud whooshing sound and a terrible screeching. As they looked back towards the plant they saw a figure Buell described as large and black. From the distance I was at, it looked to be sitting on top of one of the squared-shaped buildings. It sat there for about 5 seconds, then it unfurled a large set of what I could only describe as large, black wings. The creature took flight, circling the plant a few times before coming closer to them. That's when I noticed the 2 large red eyes. They seemed to glow from within and with a blood-red hue. They were unblinking in the 3 or 4 seconds we saw them. We knew they were looking straight at us. We knew this creature knew we could see it, and it made no attempt to disguise itself. Buell describes an immense feeling of dread that washed over him, and the creature vanished as quickly as it had appeared. It wasn't until Buell was back home in America, hearing the news on CNN about the devastation of the Japanese earthquake and the explosions at the very same nuclear power plant where he had witnessed the creature, that he realized he may have seen the infamous harbinger of disaster known as the Mothman.